angels, welcome to the Red God Tarot. I hope all volumes are up, and I'm going to wait for some of you to jump on. It's very impromptu. Um, when I wanted to do the live and it just wasn't happening, and then there's something I'll be talking towards the end of this stream, which has had me reluctant or procrastinating as well. So let me start by hoping all of you are doing well. How was your eclipse, and were there any major symptoms? What's been going on? There's some important things. I have got my tiny bit of notes so that I don't forget these, but there will be a lot more. I want to try to somehow share the link. I'm going to fiddle around a little. Just hang on. I hope I didn't get disconnected. So let's talk about some of the physical symptoms. If you've been facing these since the last eclipse has happened, with back aches and leg pains, and with Saturn, he's about to transit. I've been telling you guys to be careful with feet, legs. There can be injuries, stubbing of your little toe, getting sprains and fractures. Those kind of things might be happening. Stomach issues were there, headaches. At home, you should be careful with fires, with sharp knives, not get into arguments. Hi, somebody's logged on, welcome. With Mercury in retrograde, that doesn't necessarily mean, oh my god, everything will just go to the dogs. It just means be extra careful. Do not take things, for granted, or that, just double check your emails, your texts, and your travel plans, things like that. Do you want to say hi? So I know who's online. Okay, so we'll continue with some of the symptoms till others are also jumping on. Am I too close? Can you hear me? I hope so. So there have been a lot of, and the next 6 months are going to be very crucial. There's been a lot of clarity being brought about change of directions, or certain relationships that people no longer want to put up with, even certain very close family members. And so those have been made very clear, and now steps will be taken by you, be it changing job, changing location, changing your house, changing your room, changing your look. A lot of things. Not try not to have a different haircut or something during Mercury retrograde. It always turns up sucky. Hi, welcome. If you don't mind, just give me a comment so I know who's online, and if you could just tell me if my volume is all right, it would be great. So okay, I'll get on into the first topic for today, because it's for everyone and not very specific to certain people I want to talk to today. Internationally, everyone knows. I don't know if you guys are following it, or at least have heard of it, but there's a trial going on in America with Johnny Depp with his ex-wife Amber Heard for writing a certain op-ed which cost him a lot of work, ruined his reputation, and she basically accused him of sexual violence and domestic violence, etc. So we refer to them on YouTube as DV and SV, etc. because I'm not monetized, so I don't care. I'm not in anyone's news feed, so I can probably get away with it. But they do demonetize people for using certain words. Anywho's, I was not sleeping too great when the trial has been coming, so I could sit through and watch because it's really late night over here when they are telecasting it. It's live telecast. I mean, to be a part of democracy, I think this is such a great example of what democracy and how judiciary is such a strong pillar for democracy that you telecast. There's complete transparency. The Every citizen of the country has a right to know on what basis was a decision taken, what was the evidence that was shown, and it is being televised live. And so now you can directly see that the mainstream media like newspapers and all, how they're blatantly lying and giving a spin to the narrative, whereas those who are watching it live, our takeaway is entirely different. And we can see where Amber Heard is blatantly lying, she's playing the victim card. And I have a lot of issues with it for several reasons, because first of all, it's been really hard for women to speak up. Even today, I have tried, you guys know, several times to talk about certain of um, my childhood issues or whatever, not SV or anything, but from where my inner child trauma came by and everything. And I just have not been able to, because then people say, you're playing the victim card, you're playing this card, and you just want sympathy. It's just so hard as it is for anyone to speak up. And they're told, don't wash your dirty laundry in public, and think about your family, think about, everyone just tries to make you quiet. And then it has taken a huge movement, the Me Too movement, etc., for women or other, even men, to speak up about harassment at work, or power being misused, etc. And now here I have several issues. One, everyone, this Me Too movement has gone back decades. Everyone is again going to be saying, oh, are you Amber Hearding? Is she just lying? There'll be far more skepticism just when people were beginning to at least hear people out. Those who have been victims and at that time, for one reason or another, did not go to the police or fight back because they were scared of losing that one job, or they were too young, and then, or nobody around them believed them. Powerful Netflix show called Believe Me, must watch. And it's that true story, and that lady grew up to be a cop, so it's fantastic, it's so inspiring. And so, well, there are many many reasons, but the reason over here on this channel, which is self empowerment and spiritual growth and metaphysics and all that kind of a channel, why am I talking about film star, celebrity, trial, legal, is because people may or may not remember this. At one time, we all knew this. Why do we have to take an oath in a court of law? Because legality is very different from morality, is very different from religion, right? Social acceptance is what dictates morality, and religion, from one religion to another, rules may change. Whereas when it comes to your legality, it's the land that has figured out, if we have certain laws in place, there's less likely to be anarchy or misuse or stealing, thievery, why law is made, or at least that was the principle. So why am I talking about this is why we are asked to take an oath whenever we are in trial, and we swear to speak the truth and only the truth to the best of our knowledge. And what happens is, which is why I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to say so much in one sentence. Like, um, when we speak, when we write something, it is not, it's a spell that's cast out, right? Which is the principle on which affirmations work. Speak it into existence. The I am affirmations work. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am wealthy. I am healthy. The more you say it, the more you bring it into your reality. Your body listens to you, your mind, your emotions listen to you, because you are setting it into motion. uh, Earlier people thought it's magic, but it's, can I call it, the science of the universe, the universal laws. It's that principle. And when you give a written statement, and the way she has been stating certain things under oath, and she has been saying it so many times, see how it's going to tie up, okay? And now she is testifying. So under oath she has said, I was pummeled, I was dragged by my hair, and he hit me, and he slapped me, and he bottle effed me, and a lot of, and she has been saying it again and again and again. What do you think she's doing? When it's the truth and you have gone to seek justice, people can feel the vibration in the courtroom. I am someone who cries. I have cried literally in Toy Story 3. I cry in ad films. Uh, you guys know, when you send me texts or messages, I am, being an empath, I start crying. I can feel your physical pains, I can feel your emotional up and downs. And so when I need, or I'm going through my own downloads, etc., I have to kind of completely isolate myself, is because then it comes and adds on. I find it very overwhelming to be out in the public, for example, because I pick up things. And so traveling by air and being in a airport and all that, it's so overwhelming, right? And here I was listening to a girl, a woman, saying such awful things, trying to get all emotionally worked up and having expressions. And I was, okay, I might even say there's something wrong with the eyes and she can't have tears, and there might be some issue with her tear duct. Who knows? Who cares? Maybe she's told this so many times that maybe now the tears are all dried up. Who cares? But there was no ounce of sincerity or honesty. So when a victim goes on the stand and under oath says the truth, even if sometimes because there's lack of evidence or human failing, they don't get the justice, it's been set into motion in the universe. The universe balances it out with karma. And sometimes it is very frustrating because we see people getting away, because we are looking at things from a micro perspective, this life, and not from lifetime after lifetime. And I find it extremely unfair. Don't think I'm justifying or I'm supporting it. I get irritated that how about we getting our rewards or someone getting their deserved karma now, so we get some kind of emotional relief. But the point is not about our relief, it's about us working, letting go of those baggages, even those desires and stuff like that. But when a victim, a genuine victim, states it under oath and sets it forth, it does start a certain wheel rolling. Something is put into the motion. But on the other hand, if someone lies under oath and using so much emotional charge, trying to bring up people who are watching, or the public forum, or even the jurors, to get worked up emotionally, using their sympathy for actual victims and hoping to turn the tide or the game in her favor to manipulate. And it is very ironical that it is happening uh, around all this eclipse season, and I do believe the trial will kind of go into the jury discussion right when Saturn is transiting, and I'm waiting to see the outcome, because if my understanding is correct, she was given a semi victory, or her confidence was kind of pumped up by the universe by letting a tabloid win. A tabloid's job is to print rumors, the Sun, and she must have got all pumped up that I'm going to win this in US too, and blah blah blah. And I feel it was the universe setting her up for all her lies to be exposed, and in her country by her people. You know, Johnny Depp's victory against a tabloid called The Sun may or may not have meant anything. Okay, even if the defamation, whatever, there was no criminal charges, etc. So it was more like to make her complacent by the universe, or she might have freaked out, got scared, and said, I don't want to testify. And now she is testifying right now with so many important planetary transitions happening. What is she doing? I'm so reluctant to even say it. Are you seeing I'm just roaming around the countryside? She has said it under oath, not once, several times. And she has been saying, using the same lies, exaggerating it, adding more and more details, etc. She is manifesting it. If not right now, and I'm not saying it will happen in the hands of Johnny Depp, but all the things that she's describing in such vivid detail and claiming it is true, what if the universe says Tathastu? So be it. OMG. There's no way you should ever use your words, your promises, your oaths, your vows casually. Which is why those of you who have been with me when I started this channel some 4 years ago, you will remember me saying, never ever say things like, I will never leave you, I'll always be there for you. Those declarations, though very heartfelt, and then what happens when you dump that person and you don't understand, why am I not able to say no when they call me? There are certain people, you think maybe I have a soft corner, maybe there's something. You promised. You may not want to keep the promise now, but when a promise is to be cut as a cord, it has to happen with the agreement of both or all parties. And she is lying again and again under oath. I look at everything in life as a chance to learn, to do introspection, to do inner work if something is coming up, and then to share with all of you the lessons. Everything is a lesson. Every experience is a chance to grow. Blaming, hating, carrying baggage is pointless, useless. So I'm using this opportunity to use this very, what you can see in front of your eyes, example. Life might not be fair. You might not get the justice you deserve. However, be careful what you're setting in motion into the universe, because you might get it when you no longer want it. Second, if you're lying, accusing someone of such horrible, unfathomable, violent, criminal accusations, like they're awful what she said. Like, it's not just, oh, he slapped me, and in our country slap is quite acceptable. It's in comedies. Heroines slap people when they are, feel their modesty is being outraged by words or eve teasing, or how dare you think I would be your girlfriend, and slap, and the mother-in-laws slap their daughter-in-laws. It's very prevalent, so we do not take slaps all that seriously or call it abuse even. It's like, yeah, all mothers slap. Social service would have probably taken certain children away if we had the same rules. However, when you accuse falsely, and then right now she got a 10-day break, universe kind of gave her an opportunity to rethink. Are you sure you want to go forward with this? Would you rather come forward, say, I messed up, I just got over, you just go into an emotional thing, and without intending to, it became a huge thing. A small thing that you intended, a small lie, it just becomes an avalanche. um, she could decide to just say, hey Johnny, for all time's sakes, let's drop this. I'm so sorry for what I did to you. I'll give a public apology. I'll write you a public apology letter, what have you. Maybe, I don't know if he'll agree or he should agree or not, but I'm saying the universe has given her a chance. Is she going to continue to lie? Is she going to continue to hammer nails into her own coffin? Her career is definitely going to be really badly hit, if not completely over, because of the backlash, and because who wants to work with such a person who you cannot trust? Lies, one lie can destroy everything else too. No matter how you might have told so many truths before that, but you caught in one lie, everyone will now they'll think before believing anything that you said, right? So, and then she has set it in motion. And imagine if god forbid something like this actually happens, she has literally no one to blame but herself. And if she says something like this about a person who's genuinely doing it to her, do you know that story about crying wolf? When a person has lied enough times, and when the wolf actually comes, no one comes out to help, no one believes. So I'm using this opportunity to kind of just remind all of you, I know you all know it probably, it is important. Your word is more than just, if you have promised, right? And if you even want to break a relationship or promise, speak it. Accept, I I promised you, I meant it, but I don't want to continue anymore. Something like that. I'm so sorry. People are forgiving. People do understand. They also have changed their mind. Be careful of lies, and especially lies under oaths. Um, Even if you think it's harmless, what you set out will be brought to you. Okay, so that was one of the first things. Hi, uh, who is here? I would love to hear from you. Just send me a hi. Tell me if the volume is okay. Sorry for this awkward everything. My posture, my hair, the setup is just something impromptu. No, no mess, no chats. Okay. So the second thing I wanted to address is, Ravisha Meghna, you asked about meditation. One of you changed the house and are having problem meditating right now. Another, you changed your room and you're facing the same problem. First thing first, it has been very volatile energies, and if you're sensitive, which you are, I know you since so long, it is impacting. Like sleep has been very, today morning I was describing it as, uh, I feel I'm constantly between two dimensions or two worlds, and it's a paper thin veil. uh, and yesterday the shift was so intense and so rapid, so that could be one of the causes. But second is also, when you change your room, your location, your home, the ley lines, the grid lines, the flow of direction of energies, everything changes. And usually the change of location or something is made possible because you need to change something that you have got stagnant in your body or in your energy or something to that effect. And so when you're made to change, you will have to realign yourself, change your position, your direction, where you're facing, where are you sitting. If you were facing the north, try facing the south, and then try facing the west, and then try facing east, and see and realign with the flow of energy in that room. It will take you a few days to figure out. If you're going to try and do the same thing again in another flow of energy, it will not work. Okay, so you will have to kind of now find a new spot, a spot that aligns with you, helps you align with the divine and Mother Earth. And even if you're able to just sit quietly, but you are saying you're not able to meditate because thoughts are coming, at this time definitely thoughts will be pouring into your head. Your challenge is to not chase the thoughts, allow them to come and go. It's more like cloud gazing. It's more like just watching fishes swim. Let your eyes follow it, and then just stop it, and something else comes up. Do not chase the thought. Do not get embroiled and entangled in the thought. That is important. Now, apart from all this, I was hoping you girls would be online and come. It's my bad, I didn't announce it. And when I did announce it that day, I was really unwell with my back issues. I did update you all. So I'm so sorry. This is hard for me, but let's see. Okay, I'm going to be revamping this channel a lot, because I want to make this, instead of just a tarot channel, I want this to be your resource channel, where you can come anytime, go through the book club and see all the various books, for self-help, for the books I recommend. I want it to be a place, once I get my community, or if I ever get it, I don't know. Um, I wanted to share beautiful, beautiful YouTubers who have who are sharing so much wealth of knowledge, be it for crystals or chakras, or uh, for meditation, or like I keep giving shout out to Divine White Light, and I share her links with all of you. She and her Reiki healing is untouchable. It's like nothing like anybody else online. There's Meditative Mind and other channels as well, but I wanted to start sharing links and everything. So there's going to be a revamp. I don't know when and how I'll be doing it. Soon my son's exams will be getting over. That's when I will get my renovation complete, God willing. And then, of course, it'll take me time to set it up, etc., get back into a rhythm and flow. There is something difficult for me to say, but again, it's more, it's going to help you too. Have you ever been in a relationship or in a job or something where you're second guessing yourself, in the sense of, I'm not happy, maybe this is the best I'll do, or whatever, maybe I need to try a little bit more. I'll give it another month, I'll give it another year, I'll try one more time. The minute you hear yourself, your insides speak like this, it's telling you it's time for you to move on. You're not into it, it's not giving you something that you were in it for. And if it's always about a countdown, I'm going to see one more time, another week, another month, let me give it another chance. Okay. I have applied, or I learned that principle based on relationships. As you know, my forte is relationships. And recently, I happened to apply the same principle with regards to this channel. And I found I'm not happy. I feel stagnated, I feel stifled, I feel constricted, because most of you don't even know, but this is just such a tiny part of my life. I have so many varied interests. First of all, I'm an INFJ, so it's very hard for me to start talking about my inner world with people. But my interests, be it from cooking to learning new things, gardening, making candles, making jewelry, Amazon, or watching YouTube, or watching Subbox, it is reading, then serial killers. I mean, nobody expects a healer or a tarot reader to be into serial killers or true crime. Yet I am, because psychology was my first love. Literature, of course. I'm a writer. I've been a theater artist. I've been an actor. I have lived so much and so versatile a life, um, that this feels very limiting. And I don't want to be that person who's doing daily readings when I know very well energies don't shift that quickly. It's just going to be a lie. I can just keep doing, and it'll be the same story coming up again and again and again. And I'm not throwing shade on those who are doing it. They have thousands of subscribers, so there is a demand for it. I don't. And my channel has people who are going through their inner journey, who are trying to grow, who are trying to empower themselves. And I'm not saying I'll never do tarot again. I want to limit it, is what I'm saying. I want to reduce by being honest and not come across as inconsistent, because that's not what I am. I am doing something else at that time, and I would love to share those aspects with all of you as well. I want to make this your go-to place to ask questions, which I will answer to the best of my abilities, not one on one, but something like I just answered about meditation, or when I have previously answered how to do rituals, or why it is black candle to release, to clear out or to banish curses. When I want to help, I want to be that resource for you, introduce you to maybe YouTubers who you don't know of, and me with a certain radar of somehow finding the most genuine, authentic people I do. And I have benefited, or I have found, they might not want to be my friend, or I'm too small a fry, I'm very shy, I don't reach out, I don't say I want to collab. I can't do that. I just get all confused and in my head about it. um, because I'm like, they'll think I'm just trying to ride on their tailcoats or something. So I don't even comment there, because when I comment, my um, channel's name comes, right? So that has been my reluctance. It's my issue, working on it. why assume they will think like that? All that, I get it. So till I'm alive, till you are alive, till any one of us is alive, we're going to be learning and we'll be sharing. And the point is, I also found the second part. One was that I was feeling very limited, and I was feeling I'm not showing you guys my true self or my complete self. I was just showing you one tiny part, and you guys thinking, where did she disappear? Why is she not doing this? Because there are other things happening, or me as an empath, me as a way shower, me going through certain symptoms way before you guys or something. It takes a toll. But the second thing is, and this is what I'm very reluctant to say, because I'm, I don't want to be misunderstood, and I'm sorry, I'm trying my best not to cry, but I don't find, for a long time, it's not been rewarding for me. There are 4 5 of you who have been consistently with me, very loyal with me, and I personally feel, why do I need a whole channel when I can easily talk to you guys on Telegram, or uh, just message you directly if I have a message for you or you have a question for me. And recently I found out about certain haters, certain people um, I didn't want to believe actually wanted to see me fail. And people I have helped grow, always been there. And yes, and they are on this channel. And I'm energy sensitive. I can feel a blockage or restriction or certain thing. Can you hear me? Am I too soft? Um, and I have thought many times of shutting this channel down because I don't feel rewarded. I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. I don't feel, well, you guys can figure it out. You're intelligent, right? You'll probably yeah. So, but I will be seeing you guys around. Tell me if you would like me to convert this into a resource channel, then maybe I won't shut it down. But hard as it is, because I've poured a lot of me since 4 years into you, into this channel. I have brought the most sincere messages, been the best channeler, gave up. I started eating only once a day so that each channeler is asked to make certain sacrifices. This was the sacrifice asked of me. I spent so much money on more than, I think I have 60 to 80 decks of tarot cards, and camera, laptop, time, the energy it takes. And I just feel, wherever you're not appreciated, where there's no reciprocation, where people just come to take, where they don't care at all about you, be it a job, be it a channel, be it a friendship, be it family, be it a marriage, you should not stay. Maybe they will never value you. Even after you leave, they will not realize what they lost. It is not about that. It's about going where you're celebrated, where you're appreciated, where your talent is appreciated, where you get something in return. Um, and I'm not getting it. I'm not blaming any of you. Which also brings me to another point. Recently, something happened, and I wanted to say, uh, so I was, someone had reached out to me, and I was texting, and I happened to mention, so I was, you said so and such thing, and so I found it insensitive, and I was hurt. So the individual asked me back, how was it insensitive? What was insensitive? And I genuinely, very non-condescending, non-anything, non-accusatory, explained exactly why something was very insensitive. To be very clear, it was about when my dad had passed away. Some of you are aware how emotionally wrecked I was. And I had requested this friend to, if we could, I really wanted someone to talk to, someone who had gone through a similar experience of losing their father, to just sit and talk to me. And I had not even left my home or my bed, and there's way too much from in that came up, with things with my siblings, and just wanted to. And this individual told me to come, and rather far, like it would have taken me at least a good 1 hour of commute, and the kind of emotional state I was in, I thought it was very insensitive to ask someone to come and meet you. My understanding of decorum, of decency, is when someone loses someone close to them, their friends and well-wishers go to them to give them support emotionally or what have you. And so this is what I clarified without accusing, and I thought maybe it is different, or maybe it was something that was not understood. I don't know. So I explained, and I wrote underneath that, not accusing, explaining, because this individual had asked me what was insensitive. So I explained it. And any reasonable person, at least I would expect, when anyone says, I was hurt, you would at least say, I'm so sorry. That was not my intention. I'm so sorry. I should have realized how it would come across to you. Something to that effect, not, OMG. People think so much and judge so much, or what have you. There was no judgment. And this I'm not crying about, please. It's meaningless to me, really. It really is. It's not what I'm crying about my channel. But when you become aware you have made a mistake, please apologize. It does not make you a small person. It prevents a bridge from being burnt permanently. You might lose a wonderful person just because they had the guts to tell you that they did not like. That's called making boundaries. And apologizing is something that's very healing. Even if it comes after 15 years, 20 years, and a person says, I was dumb to have let you go. I was dumb. I did not value you. I'm so sorry I accused you of all that nonsense. It might not change the narrative too much, but at least there'll be healing. At least some of the negative karma will be reduced. And I thought it was very important to share that with all of you. And so do go through this video, and if you haven't joined in live, I don't know why your comments are not coming today. Either there's a glitch in the matrix, um, um, but I will love to hear your comments in the replay comment section. That usually appears about an hour after a live has been posted on the channel, and I've learned a lot from all of you. I have grown a lot. I have loved sharing whatever little I have shared of my life with all of you. Love being a part of your life, and I want to hear from you before I take a final call. And today is the eclipse, so of course, the change of direction, the change of, I think it was very poetic and very correct that it's happening today. And for those of you who have supported me, who have been there, I love you all so much. Thank you. And I'm not leaving you guys. I will be around, or whatever I'm planning something. If I do go ahead with it, you'll be the first to know, as always. So leave me your comments, and love and light, and God bless you. This is Nikita.